Every time we talk about money, some finance guru says we should start saving more by not buying expensive coffees. But Gen Z is making more money than ever before. But wait, is that true? In 2000, $100 could get you a pair of jeans, a few shirts, and sneakers. But in 2025, $100 might barely cover one high-quality item from a well-known brand. If you use an inflation calculator, an item that was worth $100 in the year 2000 would cost $188 in today's world, which is an increase by approximately 88%. In the UK, this is around 115%. And in countries like India, it has even gone up by 340%. Now, you may convince yourself that with time, prices have to eventually go up. But doesn't that mean the wages have to go up too? The average individual annual income in 2023 stood at $65,000 compared to the median salary of $46,000 in 2013, which is approximately a rise of 41%. Therefore, inflation rates have outpaced the growth of wages. The Consumer Price Index reflects that many goods and services have seen price increases that outpace wage growth, particularly essentials like housing, healthcare, and food. Some argue that we also end up buying more. Let's take a look at that too. About 1/3 of common consumer products have decreased in size or servings, and this is what we call shrinkflation. For those of you who don't know what shrinkflation is, it's the practice of reducing the size or quantity of a product while maintaining or slightly increasing its price. So if you ever opened a bag of chips and thought, wait, was there always this much air? Well, that's not your imagination. Doritos has been quietly giving you fewer chips while charging the same price. Now, if you're wondering, what's the big deal? Let me show you. Say that the old size of a packet was 9.75 ounces, and the new size is 9.25 ounces. That's a reduction 0.5 ounces, which is equivalent to about 5 fewer chips. But the price remains the same. According to statistics, Frito-Lay sells 1.14 billion bags per year in the US. If Frito-Lay sells 1.14 billion bags with 0.5 ounces less, the total chips removed annually is 570 million ounces. And when converted to pounds, that's equivalent to 35 million pounds. Let's assume the cost of producing 1 pound of Doritos, including corn, seasonings, and processing, is $1.50 per pound. The total savings amounts to $53.44 million annually. So, Frito-Lay saves over $53 million annually just by reducing 0.5 ounces per bag. Instead of giving that extra 0.5 ounce in each bag, Frito-Lay now has 35.6 million extra pounds of chips to sell. Each 9.25 ounce bag contains about 0.61 pounds of chips, meaning that 35.6 million pounds can create 58.3 million more bags. And if each bag sells for $5, that's an additional $291.5 million per year, which is the extra revenue they're making by doing nothing. Now, the bigger question is, how much extra are you actually spending per year because of shrinkflation? On average, shrinkflation is costing you an extra 5 to 10% per grocery item. Now, the average U.S. household spends $6,000 per year on groceries. If shrinkflation adds just 7% more costs, that means you're spending an extra $420 per year for nothing. That would be over $5,000 in 10 years considering inflation, without prices even going up. The products aren't just shrinking, they're becoming worse with time too. A classic example dates back to the 1920s, with the Phoebus Cartel, the major light bulb manufacturers, who allegedly conspired to reduce the lifespan of light bulbs to 1,000 hours to increase sales, despite the capability to produce longer-lasting bulbs. In 2017, Apple admitted to throttling the performance of aging iPhones, citing battery health concerns. However, many users felt this nudged them towards purchasing newer models. Apple was fined $25 million for deliberately slowing down iPhones. This practice sparked debates on consumer rights and the ethics of deliberately limiting product performance. It's not just tech gadgets, though. A study by the Oko Institute in Germany found that the lifespan of household appliances has been steadily shrinking. Washing machines that once lasted 20 years, now they barely make it to 7. Fridges that ran for decades, now they die just after the warranty expires. Coincidence? I think not. Many consumers report that modern washing machines, refrigerators, and other appliances break down shortly after their warranties expire. This isn't mere coincidence. But it's not just product shrinkflation, but a lifestyle inflation too. We're all captive to the subscription economy now. What feels like a $9.99 per month subscription could add up to more than $120 per year without even realizing it. Now, multiply that by 5 different subscriptions: Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, gym memberships, and that one app you forgot to cancel. Suddenly, you're spending more than $600 annually just on autopilot. Ever felt that itch to buy concert tickets the moment they drop? Or snag that limited edition sneaker before it's gone? You're not alone. Welcome to the world of FOMO, fear of missing out, where experiences trump everything else. But why do we do this? Brands have mastered the art of FOMO marketing. Think flash sales with ticking countdowns, exclusive memberships offering early access, and those limited stock alerts urging you to act now. So how did we go from buying necessities to buying for pleasure? In the 1700s and 1800s, people weren't consumers. They were producers. We weren't always obsessed with buying more. So, what changed? After World War II, the government encouraged people to spend. The economy was booming, and advertising took off. Owning a home, a car, and a TV became the American dream. The rise of credit cards in the 1950s made spending easier. People didn't have to wait to afford things. They could just buy now, pay later. Then came globalization. Companies moved production overseas. Cheaper goods flooded markets. Shopping became a leisure activity, not just a necessity. The US has one of the highest consumer spending rates in the world. Why? Because the entire economy depends on it. 70% of US GDP comes from consumer spending. The system is built to keep us buying, upgrading, and replacing, whether we can afford it or not. But here's the scary part. When people stop spending, the economy tanks. We've seen it happen before. Recessions, job losses, businesses shutting down. It all starts when consumers pull back. And now it's a trap. We're told to save money, but the moment we actually do, the economy collapses. But is it just our lifestyle or groceries that are increasing? In 2023, 25% of homebuyers were investors, not regular families. In 1980, a home costed 3 to 4 times the median salary. Today, 7 to 8 times the median salary. A starter home in 2000 costed $120,000. Today, more than $400,000 in many areas. And with corporate investors taking over, mortgage rates increase. In 2021, interest rates were around 3%. In 2024, they've shot up to more than 7%. That makes monthly mortgage payments hundreds or even thousands of dollars higher for the same house. And it's not just housing that got expensive. Imagine working hard for 4 years, earning your degree, and then stepping into the real world, and you're already $30,000 in debt. As of 2024, the outstanding student loan debt in the UK reached over £259 billion. Okay, but isn't Gen Z investing earlier than the millennials did? From crypto to index funds, mutual funds, and even side hustles, Gen Z is diversifying their income streams like never before. So why do we still feel broke? If we look at the investment pattern of Gen Z in the United States, 55% invest in crypto and digital assets, 41% invest in stocks and equity, and 35% invest in mutual and index funds. So, a massive chunk of Gen Z's money is in high-risk investments. Crypto is volatile. One tweet can send prices soaring or crashing. While some Gen Z investors have struck gold, others have lost everything overnight. Unlike traditional assets, crypto isn't regulated the same way, making it a high-risk gamble. And markets can be very volatile. So, are we really saving for retirement? Investing early helps, but with rising housing costs, education loans, rent, and daily expenses, we're barely breaking even. And most importantly, compounding takes time. We're still forgetting something, aren't we? What about the very volatile job market? We have a whole other video dedicated to that, so do check it out. So, all of this just leads to one thought. Is the system just rigged against us? According to a recent report by the Consumer Board, the Consumer Confidence Index, which is a measure used to understand how optimistic or pessimistic consumers feel about the economy, their financial situation, and future spending, dropped by 7 points in February 2025. Economists say this could potentially bring on a recession. We have another video on this, so make sure to watch it, and let us know your spending stories in the comments.